more cred than you, living after being shot 9 fucking times.
I don't know what the criteria are for street credibility. Or
That's
if there's something that creates more merit for you. That experience is something that was unfortunate that I had to experience.
I forget why the guy shot 9 times. Was it drunk or something?
He was paid to do it.
He was paid to do it.
Yeah.
The day 50 Cent was shot, I was walking through, and BMF was there too. Meechnam was there too.
50 Cent just dropped a bomb, and this time, it's about his own former bodyguard. He's got receipts to back it up. But to really get what's going on here, we've got to rewind all the way back to May 2000, the day Curtis 50 Cent Jackson nearly lost his life. Shot 9 times outside his grandmother's house in Queens, it's a miracle he survived. Ever since, rumors have been flying about who was behind it. But 50, he always knew. He just stayed quiet. Until now. And apparently, his ex-bodyguard wasn't just some witness. He had a role to play. But the million-dollar question is, who really wanted 50 Cent gone? And why?
Explain to me again why this guy was hired to shoot you 9 times.
Well, he was paid because someone, felt like that I would potentially do something to them if it kept going in the direction it did.
It's a regular day in South Jamaica, Queens. 50's chilling outside his grandma's house. Then out of nowhere, bam! Gunshots ring out. 9 bullets, hand, arm, legs, chest, even. His face, man wasn't supposed to make it, but somehow he did, even 50 later admitted. It happened so fast, you don't even get a chance to shoot back. I was scared the whole time. He barely pulled through. 13 days in the hospital, then 6 weeks using a walker. Yet in just 5 months, full recovery.
50 just got shot, he in ICU. I say, 50 what?
But surviving was just step 1. Step 2, figure out who was behind it. Right from the start, the streets were buzzing, and one name kept coming up: Daryl Homo Baum. If you know, you know. Baum wasn't just a street guy, and this gets even crazier when Gene Deal, former bodyguard for Diddy, stepped up with some serious claims that could flip the whole story.
I don't know who was behind it. I know that Irv Gotti and them had put it out there like they was a part of it and they was going to do it that night, the day at the meeting.
So here's the deal. Gene was in Mexico with the BMF crew when he got the call. 50 Cent had been hit 9 times, but what really raised eyebrows? 50's own manager reached out to Gene, trying to get in touch with Supreme. Now, why would they be trying to contact Supreme unless they already suspected he was involved? Gene says the tension was thick even before the shooting. Names were flying, and people in the industry seemed like they knew something was coming. The whole thing was sketchy. Soon after, people started whispering that Irv Gotti and Ja Rule might have had a hand in it. And this wasn't just wild gossip. It all lined up with one of the biggest rap beefs of all time.
The government stopped me from making money. When the government came in, at that time, Murder Inc. was doing like over $100 million in billing for like 2 years in a row.
Let's go back to 2000. Right before the shooting, 50 Cent dropped Ghetto Quran, a track that had the streets talking. In the song, he name-dropped some very heavy hitters, like Kenneth Supreme McGriff, the notorious leader of the Supreme team. Now, Supreme wasn't the kind of guy you casually mention in a song. This track was exposing way too much. And in the streets, that kind of thing can get you targeted. And Irv Gotti's connection to Supreme? Yeah, that wasn't exactly a secret. People knew Murder Inc. was tied in with some serious street figures. In fact, by 2003, things had spiraled so far that the feds raided the label's offices, looking into money laundering and possible ties to Supreme's drug empire.
Certain people say, you get shot here, right? He got shot in his mouth, like that's inches, right? This is just me talking, everybody. It's not a thing, but who saved him?
And his brother eventually beat the charges, but that case cracked open the truth about how deep the music biz and the streets were intertwined. So if Supreme did have beef with 50, was Murder Inc. just sitting back? Or were they playing a bigger part in the drama?
If you sit these there, I don't care if you agree with the rationale. And 50-50, he gonna stand it. He gonna stand strong. I look at it from both sides of the coin. And if 50 feel like that, then go smoke a cigar.
Fast forward to today, and 50 Cent's energy hasn't changed. When Irv Gotti recently passed, 50 hit Instagram with straight jokes. Zero condolences, no fake love. That tells you everything. This beef, still alive. Even decades late,
It seems like you've always been attracted to the guys that are still in the streets to a certain degree. Do you think that's a fair statement?
You're attracted to them?
Well, not attracted to them, but I mean, you like having them around. You're friends with them. You maintain
Yeah, I like
this.
having them around.
And here's where it gets wild. 50 didn't ignore Gene Deal's claims. He reposted the interview on Instagram, pretty much co-signing everything Gene said. Now, if you know 50, you know he doesn't just back any rumor. When it comes to street stuff, he can sniff out real intel from fake noise. And here's the twist. Daryl Homo Baum wasn't just any shooter. He was Mike Tyson's guy. They went way back, Brooklyn days. Eventually, Baum became Tyson's personal bodyguard. With his street cred, that made sense. But that's when the theories started flying.
He's a nice guy, but he acts like he's the murderer. Yeah, he's real nice guy. Yeah, I know that's the way he hides his heart and tries to be a motherfucker, I'll kill you. But if you tell him he's a nice guy, he might shoot. You know what I mean?
People have long wondered, did Mike Tyson know more than he ever let on? There's no hard evidence tying him to anything. But the speculation never stopped. 50 himself never directly called Tyson out. But in his song, Many Men, he made it crystal clear. Baum was gone. Just 3 weeks after 50 got shot, Baum was killed in Brooklyn during a drug-related dispute. The timing? Too suspicious. Especially since Baum's name was already being whispered in connection with the 50 shooting. Tyson was crushed. Baum wasn't just a bodyguard. He was family. When Tyson fought Lou Savaries that June, he dedicated the KO win to Baum's memory. Even with all the history, 50 and Tyson have kept things cool. Just months after Get Rich or Die Trying dropped, 50 actually bought Tyson's Connecticut mansion for $4.1 million. Tyson's even said, 50's a good dude, just don't provoke him. Fair enough.
We got up here, we came in and shit. You had Navy SEALs with you. 2 in all directions. Probably about 6 of them.
That experience, when you get hurt that bad, either your fear consumes you or you become a bit insensitive. So just after...
Which one was it for you?
There was a point that I was afraid.
Surviving 9 bullets? That's wild enough. But what happened after might be even crazier. With a bullet wound in his face, 50's voice changed. Labels panicked. Columbia Records dropped him fast. Too much heat. Let's be real. Labels love to cash in on street rappers, but when things get too real, they run. And they weren't the only ones. New York's whole industry turned its back. Studios shut their doors. Producers didn't want to be involved. So what did 50 do? He left, went to Canada. Out there, he was free to record without the drama. He flooded the streets with mixtapes, and by the time he came back, he was a problem. The industry had no choice but to respect it. Get Rich or Die Tryin' dropped and changed the game. But the danger? Still there. Just 8 months later, in September 2003, another hit was attempted, this time outside a hotel in Jersey City. Gunmen opened fire, but nobody was hit. Walked away untouched, but the message was loud. We're not done yet. From that point on, 50 moved different. More security, fewer appearances, bulletproof everything. At first, he rolled with Big Frank. Now, his team is made up of ex-military and law enforcement. Voice 10, so after everything we just broke down, you really gotta ask, was this just rap beef gone too far? Or was 50 Cent a target from the beginning? If Gene Deal's telling the truth, then who was really pulling the strings? And more importantly, how many attempts did it take before 50 became truly untouchable? Yo, this story runs deep, and we're barely scratching the surface. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk. And before you dip, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss one of these deep dives.